Fantastic. Samus, looking boss as ever. We got this. Gotta say, this is a fantastic remake, honestly. I like what they did with the different Metroids and all the different patterns they created in the original Game Boy game. The Metroids just kind of flew at you. Wasn't anything terribly exciting, but what could you do? It was a Game Boy game. 4 bits, you know, very limited. And very early days for game design in general. They were breaking some new ground, but they couldn't do a whole lot. This game really took advantage of just what a blank slate Metroid 2 originally was, and built a lot on top of it. What's this stuff? Am I getting hurt? Nope. Just delicious honey. Gonna take a nice little spa in the delicious honey pools. Okay. That's how it's gonna be, huh? We're gonna be playing that game right now, are we? Okay. Trolley level design is trolley. Just in case. Got a teleporter. It's always appreciated. Well, fuck. I'm gonna. Well, fuck. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay. Ha! Okay. Fuck. Ah. I made chicken parmesan tonight for dinner. So we had that and that turned out great. That's pretty easy to make, to be honest. Nothing too complex about chicken parmesan. No. Bread the chicken, fry the chicken, bake the chicken. Add some sauce to it. I think a lot of the prep time for me on that is just I make my own little ragu sauce from scratch instead of using the jar when I can, just because I like to. There's a bunch of veggies in it, you know. Meet those veggie quotas, so it's easy. What am I doing? What am I doing? Shit. I've got the wrong weapon open. There we go. Of course. Alright. Well, this is interesting music. I'm trying to listen and see if this is a remix of anything. So far, the music that they've had in this game have just been remixes or arrangements, which are good. But one of the things that I like to, or that I keep harping on, is that with this game, it seems like outside of the remixes and arrangements, the rest of the levels are kind of filled with more of an ambient soundtrack, which is fine if you're going for a mood, which clearly they are, but you know, it's not as memorable. The ambient soundtracks don't really leave an impression on you. Okay, that's one way. Oh, get away, you little thing. Oh, hey. Cool. Take it. Xenia's in kindergarten now, and her school Man, her school's supposed to be like one of the good schools, one of the better schools in our area, and they definitely look like a nice school. It's a really cool school, but damn, their like breakfast and lunch programs suck. Like for breakfast, like they have garbage on there like French toast flavored goldfish. That's for breakfast. That's their breakfast is goldfish crackers. And other times it might just be like toaster strudel pastries and, you know, just nonsense like that, not actual breakfast. Where I'm like, what the hell? And they're always holding like some type of fundraiser. There's always some type of fundraiser to get money, and all I'm just wondering is where the hell is the money going to? Because it's not going to the lunches or the breakfast. Don't understand. Well, fuck. I ran out of juice. Shit. Shit. Fuck. This thing is gonna kill me. No, I can't do that either. Fuck. Let's see, what's all this about? Okay, well, I mean, I can't. Alright. I feel like I mean, there must be something, right? Aha! Aha! Good. Whoa. Cool. So wait a minute. Let me look at this power up here. Okay, so I have to get to the other side. Man, this place is fucking falling apart. Alright. Been sick since last we spoke. Lost my voice to virus. Oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. It sucks. Shit. So just now been eating solids again. Been craving cheese. I mean, when are we not craving cheese, man? Cheese is the lifeblood of America. Especially Wisconsin. Make sure to get a flu shot. The flu is terrible this year. Yeah, I got my flu shot with the kid and everything. She was pretty brave. She's pretty good with those shots, so very proud of her. Xenia was sick not too long ago, so don't know if maybe she got hit with a bit of a flu or anything like that, but it was pretty bad for a couple days and then she got over it. She had a pretty bad cough for a second. Felt bad, you know? Whenever the kid starts hacking and coughing, you just can't do anything about it and you're just like, ah, shit, more Robitussin. Here you go. Of course, we don't do Robitussin. I think it's some type of Zombies or Tylenol or something. Jessica kind of handles that, so you know, I kind of remember this general area in the original Game Boy game, and I feel like they did a great job redesigning it and adding a lot more to it. Because in the original Game Boy game, if this is the same room I'm thinking about, there's like this big spacious room in the original Game Boy game close to the very end of the game, and where it's, you gotta basically scale it vertically going up, and you don't have space jump in the original Game Boy game, so you have to use freeze. At least I don't remember there being space jump. Very sure you just had Spider Ball and you had your ice beam and you had to just kind of scale it carefully. There was a room where you could switch weapons because you didn't have your weapons didn't combine in that game. It acted more like the original Metroid where your weapons didn't combine. You either had Spazer or you had, you know, Ice Beam. You know, you couldn't have both at the same time. So in this game, they changed that up. In the original Game Boy game, you know, you could only have one or the other, but they also had Plasma and Wave Beam, so they had a room where you could basically choose which weapon you're going to bring to the Metroid Queen. So obviously I don't think they'll have that room here, but they did a lot more with this space. Nice little Kool-Aid refill station. Appreciate that. This is really neat. You know, what I really like about this remake too is the backgrounds that they've added. They don't feel random to me. It feels like the backgrounds are really trying to tell a story within a story. And maybe there is going to be some extra files or reading material that kind of plainly explains what's going on back there, but without it, really interesting to kind of look at it and maybe wonder, maybe piece it together and figure out, like, what is this? What's happening here? Like, where are we? We're in some type of facility. There's green, viscous shit everywhere. There's some fucking coral or mushrooms or some other growth. Little Zerg shit. There's probably a fucking overlord somewhere in here. Damn. Or an overmind? Overmind is what I'm thinking of, right? Overlords were the Happy Meals. Little balloons that carried goodies, right? So it makes me wonder, was this like some type of Galactic Federation facility that used to exist here and it got overrun by Metroids? Or we saw a lot of Chozo artifacts and temple locations earlier, so maybe this is just a deep underground Chozo facility that got overrun by Metroids. So I think that's a nice touch. Some nice flavor to the game.